I watch other reactors when they're new, and then, a year later, you watch how they do their reactions, and you're like, yep, they've learned. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. This is just a special video I'm doing to sort of connect with and some of you folks and clear up some of the misconceptions about reactors and reaction videos and how they work. I think about 2 years ago, some folks had some misconceptions, so I did a video and addressing kind of like what goes into me making the videos. This is more broadly assessed, if you will, because I see other reactors and I know what they're dealing with when they do their videos too, and the different styles of editing and whatever else. But I just wanted to clear up because more recently I've gotten a few more comments about, why don't you save your comments to the end of the videos of the songs and all that stuff. So I'm just going to sort of make things clear. So first thing I want to say is that reaction videos and reaction channels are not research channels. Like some folks are like, know your facts, or look this up, Google this before you do the video. First off, it takes a long time to do these videos, but secondly, it's not a research channel. You're better off leaving the information you like to see people have, or even if I misspeak or any reactor that you watch misspeaks, just leave the information in the comments, because I look at all the comments. I don't comment on them. I don't respond to them all because that's all I would ever get to do, but I read them all. So just leave the information there. Other people will get the information too, and then you'll be a more vibrant part of the community. The other thing is, somebody left a comment here on my channel a few months ago that, I'm surprised that, you make your living doing this, and I'm surprised that you don't know this and that. And it's like, where do you get the idea that we make a living doing this? We get paid virtually nothing to do these reactions, because the money goes to the artists or the labels or the songwriter, the copyright holders, in other words. And here's another thing that you don't know. We live in fear of getting a copyright strike. The way those work is we get 3 copyright strikes from YouTube. If we get 3 strikes within a 90-day period, they'll take the entire channel down. So when we upload a video, YouTube runs background checks on it already to see if somebody doesn't have a claim on it. And the major labels have bigger budgets, and they've already got their people communicating with YouTube. And so any song that they own in their stable, YouTube already knows, okay, the ad revenue goes to that company. But there's still a fear that their work hasn't caught up with YouTube, and we could put up I could put up a song and like a year later get a copyright strike for it, even though it's been up already. So a copyright strike happens when somebody who owns the copyright asks YouTube to take down a video. And if they ask them to take down the video, I get a copyright strike. And that means within the next 90 days, if I get 2 more strikes, they take the whole channel down. Every video that's up right now, and I've done over 1,400 of them. Anyway, that's just the fear that I and the big ones, you look at No Life Shack or whomever, they live in the same fear when you do reactions. Now, as for me, my videos take roughly 75 minutes, about an hour and 15 minutes per video. First, I've got to get the song from YouTube, the version I want to use, after reading the comments when people are requesting them. I go get a rendition of the song that will be the least likely one to get me a copyright strike. Then I record it, then I edit it. I cut out the long pauses, I cut out stuff that, may be irrelevant so that I can make them shorter. So that editing takes quite a while. So given that I do a video a day at an average of an hour and 15 minutes, I spend between 40 and 50 hours a month, and I don't get paid for it. Just so you know. This is just something I do. Most reactors get almost nothing. I mean, they may throw us a bone here and there. You'll see a few dollars. When I say a few, that's exactly what I mean. So nobody's in this. Almost nobody's in it. No Life Shack. Hey, thank God that guy's making money too, because he's so good. He's like a national treasure. That's just a for instance. There are others out there that are just, you're just rooting for them. And when they make it, you're like, wow. but it's not a mystery as to why a guy like that would make it big, because his personality, his brains, what he does, just what you see is what you get. And I'm spending upwards of 50 hours a month on the videos, which is more than a week's worth of full-time work for most people, and it's just in my spare time. So, and this is something too, one distinction to know: a review is a song that I already know. A reaction is to a song that I don't know, that I've never heard before. And I prefer doing reactions. I don't mind doing reviews. They're fine too. But I, by and large, like the surprise element. I don't, know what I'm going to get into when I do songs or reactions. And I like that. Sometimes I'm expecting by the title it to be funny or deep or poignant. And then I get the surprise twist, or there'll be a murder ballad that I did not see coming because the music was sort of happy or whatever. And in the end, someone dies. And anyway, those are reaction videos. For me, I like doing them. It's a big challenge. So, and here's a biggie. I get this rarely, but it's enough where, I want to just sort of clear it up. The purpose of a reaction video is to react. It's not to listen. Some people are like, stop talking, or don't make comments, or don't stop it. Well, first off, we need to stop it. There are some legal requirements because of copyrights. And we're playing the song and dance with YouTube and the copyright holders, where they let us use the music, but they get all the ad revenue, YouTube and the copyright holders. We've got to make substantial or some alterations to the composition, to the song, where I make changes. And one of the ways is to stop the video on occasion and make comments. And I learned, I used to stop it a lot more earlier in the channel, and now I might stop a song once, maybe twice, and make some comments depending on how the song hits me. So, all reactors develop some sense of balance, because we read the comments and sometimes it's like, I didn't like that comment, but they're right. And so you learn over time. It's this dance that we have between, the people who watch the channel and ourselves. But people who say, don't interrupt the song or don't make any comments, save your thoughts to the end. And it's like, how many of you could go into the next room and remember all the thoughts they had 10 seconds ago, let alone all the thoughts you get with a song? And traditional country tells a story. There's a lot in these stories. There are turns of phrases that warrant commentary. But the nature of a reaction is to react to it, not to listen. To stand there and watch somebody listen to a song, that really doesn't have much added value to it. So we make comments. I do. And another thing to keep in mind, and this I take to heart, because I like helping out the newer folks in the business, if you will. But it's important to know or keep in mind that some of the artists watch the reactions. And I want to do them honor. I want to present new artists to you guys, and I love doing that, But I'll make comments on the songs, and sometimes I'll hear back from the artist, sometimes in the comments, or sometimes they'll get my number from someone. Sometimes they'll make a comment in a certain part of the song, and that part of the song actually meant something real deeply to the artist. So I'm not only doing reactions just to sort of, have like this, what do they call that? Stream of consciousness thing where I just blurt out what I'm thinking. I'm actually mindful of the different types of people, who might be listening to it, some of whom are the artists themselves. So it's important to know, like, as far as commentary goes, I have done videos where I cut out most of the comments, or I just didn't make a lot of comments. And I started getting comments from you guys that, how come you're not commenting? I love your comments, or I like hearing you comment so I can interact and such. And I'm like, all right, good. That over time, I learned to balance that. Going to make some comments here and there. I'm going to try to keep it, to a minimum, especially if there's a good guitar riff, or, we learn to pick our spots in songs. I watch other reactors when they're new. And then, a year later, you watch how they do their reactions, and you're like, yep, they've learned. They don't stop the video nearly as much as they used to, or they adjusted the volume. Early in my channel, I didn't know about a certain setting in my editing software that cut out a lot of the background noise. And once I learned that, I'm like, oh my gosh, it improved the sound quality immensely. So we all learn our things. So I just wanted to pass that along. If any of the other reactors happen to see this thing and want to share this with their folks, go right ahead, because we're all dealing with the same thing and just trying to do something for fun. That's sort of a break from political life and life in general, or whatever we need our breaks from. All right, guys, I hope that helped in some way. I'll see you on another video. Have a great day. Keep rocking the country, or whatever you're rocking to out there, guys. See ya.